Irene and Arny, it's so good to see you.
Same
And
here.
thank you.
Dr. Roite.
It's great. And thank you so much for being willing to help us with our fundraising. And of course, you were to be with Vonita, my co-chairs this year at our event at the Oak Brook Polo Club, which we haven't been able to have. And hopefully we'll be having an event at Oak Brook Polo Club next year. And we want to tell everyone that we're motoring ahead with our work in Kenya, despite the setback and the cutback in funding. Stephen is doing extremely well. And I know that you both met Stephen. Irene, you sat next to him when he came over a few years ago at our event.
I remember.
You two got on like a house of fire. And Irene and Arny, I think it was either that event or the following one, in which you bought our trip to Kenya. And you went to Kenya last year and spent some time down in the Mara and had the opportunity to meet with Stephen and also to see the Masai and what extraordinary, wonderful people they are. So why don't we start with what enthused you first to become involved with Friends of Conservation?
Well, for me, I was invited by Vonita to one of the events, and I really didn't know what to expect. And Africa has always been on my bucket list. So I thought this would be a good gala to go to, or an event or a luncheon, just to find out a little more. And I was so surprised, pleasantly surprised, on how much you really do. It's not just vast land or just natives running around with a little garb on. It's so much more than that. The way you educate the children, that's what really impressed me. And how you're teaching them about their own land and the wildlife there and how to preserve it, and going to school. It was just wonderful. So that was very inspiring to me. And so I had asked for the next event that took place, I asked my husband to join me, and he got enthused also.
Well, first, Roite, I went because I was your friend. I'm not prone to go to these things. And I went, and I first realized how little I do about things outside my sphere of existence. And I was inspired. I'm glad you're my friend, because I learned a lot there, and I am happy I got involved.
So what did you see when you went to Africa? Because I know you came back even extra inspired. What did you see? I know you loved the wildlife and the lands, but you came back really turned on by having spent time with the local people, with the Maasai.
Yeah, I will tell you this. You're going there. Oh, I want to see the land. I want to see the animals. And brilliant as it was, I have to say that the experience of meeting the people and the tribes is what moved me the most. How happy and kind they were for as little material things as they have in life from our point of view. You go in there, they have nothing. It's like, where am I? What is this? And how happy they are, and how such little things that we find natural, everyday things. Like, I was at a village with these 10 little kids, maybe 5, 8 years old, were in charge of herding the sheep, and I pulled out a flashlight to point to something, and their eyes got so big. I mean, it was like, whoa. So when I was leaving, I gave one of the little boys the flashlight.
Wow.
And he was like the leader of the pack, it was like West Side Story, and he was the leader. And all these kids were following him around like the Pied Piper. And I went, oh my God, this is amazing. But it struck me.
They're so joyful. I mean, I can remember the last time that we went out there, I downloaded that song Happy and on my phone, and I asked the girls if they wanted to dance. And so here I am holding the phone, playing this song Happy, and we're all dancing around, just totally happy. It was, they're just so inspiring and so wonderful. And it's very, we're small. We are very focused. And something to which you spoke was about how a little thing can mean so much. A little thing like that flashlight you gave that young boy, Arny, can mean so much. I mean, every dollar goes such a long way. And
We were, I don't know which camp it was. It might have been,
The circumcision.
that same camp where the women were beating all these beautiful
no,
necklaces.
That was not
And
a
yeah, it
different
was
place.
sort of like a flea market, a current flea market that you would see in the States, but they had such beautiful necklaces and they
Yes.
spent the entire day, perhaps the entire month, just making one necklace.
yes,
You sell it for like $6 or what have you.
which goes a very long way for them. Yeah.
You know, there was another thing. Tell them about the baby elephants.
Well, Arnie and I got a big kick out of feeding the baby elephants, as well as having a giraffe kiss Arnie on the lips.
Yeah,
That
well,
was
well,
the
Irene
highlight,
got
too.
kissed by the giraffe. I thought I was over. It was, I'm out of the picture. She loved this
You're
giraffe.
done, Arnie. And then also what I loved was to hear the roar of the animals in the evening. It was just so exciting and so beautiful. The lodges we stayed at were
Forget about it.
wonderful.
In the middle of nowhere, you got the Four Seasons. I mean, we're fortunate enough that we were able to do that. But if we had not been, it still would have been a great experience. But I was just amazed. We're driving in a Jeep, we're going there, and where the hell are we going? And then you come up and go, what the heck? Where did this? And the service was unbelievable. And the
Mhm.
attention to detail was unbelievable. And the cooking was unbelievable. It was
The whole
just an unbelievable trip.
That's the whole experience. But for me,
So thank you.
yeah.
Great.
But for me, truly, it was just so exciting and warm to see the children come out of school in their little uniforms and that with the smiles on their face that you know that they're learning and like you said earlier, going to actually earn an income. It's just wonderful.
You know what else was important on a personal note was the bonding that took place,
Mhm.
additional bonding between myself and my wife, Irene.
Mhm.
It really was
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. Our FOC luncheon in at the end of September, as it'll be held with the finals of the Butler International Cup, which has now become a big United States Polo Association tournament, which would be pretty good polo. And we also want to offer to people in July. Let's see, we don't have the date yet, but we want to play for the we want to be we want to have a reception for people who donate $500 a person. We're going to have a champagne reception also at the Oak Brook Polo Club before the finals of the Butler Challenge Cup.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
well, we'll donate the first 500, and all you people out there watching, donate, give. This is a good cause. We wouldn't be talking about it just for our pleasure. This is something you should give. $5,000 is even better, though.
Okay.
5,000, is that right? I like
500
that number
apiece.
better.
500 apiece, but I'd be
500
very happy.
apiece.
I'd be very happy to take 5,000. It'd be just fine with me.
Well, then one person out there that doesn't know zeros, it's 5,000, but every else 500 would be appreciated.
That'd be great.